What's going on, reselling friends? So in this lesson, there's two things that I want to talk to you guys about. The first thing is eBay's global shipping program, and the second thing is eBay's Vero program. So let's talk about the first one. eBay's global shipping program basically means this. If you have an item that you want to sell to the overseas market, so outside of America or outside of your country, eBay has a program called GSP, Global Shipping Program. What that means is when your item sells, the person who purchased the item pays for all of the import duties and shipping costs, and you ship it to a fulfillment center in the USA the same way as if you were shipping it domestically. Why that's a good thing is because it opens up more markets for you. So now instead of only having the American market to sell your items to, you now have basically the world. So we've sold to places like China, Brazil, Japan, the UK. We've sold basically everywhere that you can sell, Australia, in the world, using eBay's global shipping program. And again, you don't have to pay for the shipping costs. You don't have to know how much it costs to ship from where you are to another country. All of that is handled by eBay's global shipping program. Here's how you switch it on. When you're doing your listings on eBay, there's a little box at the very end of the listing that says Global Shipping Program, ship internationally. If you click on that, that's when your item will now be shown in other countries. I don't recommend you ship fragile stuff using the Global Shipping Program, but it's great for stuff like shoes and clothes and that kind of thing. Soft goods that are going to hold up well shipping to another country. Okay, so now eBay's Vero program. eBay's Vero program basically is a partnership agreement that eBay has with these big brands that allows them to take listings off of eBay that don't comply with a couple things. Either they think it's a counterfeit item, the whole brand is completely protected, so it's copywritten and you're not allowed to use that brand at all or resell that brand at all, or you're not an authorized distributor of that brand. So some of the brands that do this are Velcro. You cannot use Velcro. You can't even put it in your title. That item will be pulled. Beachbody, so like the P90X stuff. I know I've told you guys to sell those before, but they have been getting pulled lately and your account will get hit if you try to sell those things. Monster Energy, be careful selling anything that's branded Monster Energy. Some healthcare stuff you're not allowed to sell on eBay because the brand's protected. So just be careful with that kind of stuff, guys. The hard part about the Vero system is you don't really know if your listing is going to get pulled until it does get pulled. So it kind of sucks. You'll get an email from eBay saying your item's been pulled. This is the reason why. So it's important when that does happen, because it does. It's happened to us 4 or 5 times. It's important that you know how to deal with that situation. And here's how to deal with it. First, keep a good track record of where you're getting the item from, because a lot of the time eBay will ask you for proof of purchase for where you got that item, so keep track of that. Also, make sure you're not trying to sell counterfeit items. eBay is very good about working with brands to pull items that they feel are counterfeit goods. And sometimes, even if they're not counterfeit, they might get pulled. I'll give you an example. We had a Monster Energy tracksuit. It was like pants and an upper tracksuit that we sold. We had 2 of them. We sold one of them on eBay for like $130. The other one we listed on eBay, and that listing got pulled. It was very strange, but in the message it said Monster Energy has deemed this item as not authentic. Now the weird thing was we actually got that item from a person who was sponsored by Monster Energy. So we know that it was real, but the issue is we didn't have our receipts in order or purchase agreement in order, so we couldn't prove where we got it. So our account was hit for a day. We weren't allowed to post anything for a day, and we had to get rid of that item. So just be careful when you're listing stuff. If you Google eBay's Vero program, you will see a list of brands on there. Now, just because the brand is on there doesn't mean you cannot sell that brand, because again, some of them that are on there just mean that they're looking out for those counterfeit goods. So don't be scared. You can still list stuff. You can still list certain brands. Just be careful with eBay. They do have a Vero program, and they will contact you if your item is not up to par.